Have you ever called your child's name once, then twice, then a third time, and still gotten nothing? It can feel like they're ignoring you on purpose. But in everyday family life, that moment is often less about defiance and more about timing, attention, and whatever else their brain is already busy handling. That does not make the moment less frustrating. It just means the first explanation many adults reach for is not always the most accurate one.
Welcome to ParentLab, where parenting meets science. If you've ever repeated the same instruction across the kitchen, the hallway, or the car line, this video is for you. We'll unpack why children sometimes seem not to listen, and what usually helps more than raising your voice. One of the biggest myths is that a child who does not respond must be stubborn, rude, or disrespectful. Sometimes that happens, of course. But very often, what looks like attitude is actually a communication problem. The request did not land, the timing was bad, or the child was not ready to shift gears yet. Listening is not just hearing words. It also takes attention. The ability to move focus from one thing to another, some emotional regulation, and enough working memory to hold the request long enough to act on it. If any one of those pieces is overloaded, cooperation gets harder. That is why the same child may respond quickly one moment and seem miles away the next. Young children are still practicing the basic move adults take for granted: stop, shift, process, and respond. The prefrontal cortex, which supports attention, impulse control, and decision-making, is still developing through childhood and adolescence. That does not prove anything dramatic about one child. It simply means the skill is still under construction. If your child is deep in blocks, a tablet game, pretend play, or homework, they may need a beat to disengage. From the outside, that can look like ignoring. Inside the moment, they may just still be mentally elsewhere. The more absorbed the activity, the longer the switch can take. That delay is common, especially when the request arrives in the middle of a focused task. When children are upset, tired, hungry, or overwhelmed, instructions have a harder time getting through. That is not a personality verdict. It is a practical pattern you can often see at the end of a long school day, after a skipped snack, or right before bedtime, when everyone is running low on patience. The environment matters too. A request shouted over dishes, sibling arguing, a TV in the background, or 3 people talking at once is easy to miss. School mornings, after-school pickups, and bedtime routines in many American homes are full of that kind of noise and rush. Clearer conditions often help more than louder words. Repeating the same instruction again and again can teach a child something unhelpful. The first request is optional. They may learn to wait for the louder version, the irritated version, or the final warning. That is not because they are plotting anything. It is because the pattern itself is training the response. Try a simple experiment for a few days. Walk over, get within sight, say your child's name once, and give the request calmly at close range. Then notice what changes. Many parents are surprised by how much proximity, eye contact, and fewer words can improve the odds of a response. Then test the timing. Give one instruction, pause, and let the moment breathe before adding another reminder. Children often need more processing time than adults expect, especially when they are moving from play or distraction into a request. Watching that delay can tell you a lot about where the real bottleneck is. A long speech usually works worse than one clear request. Instead of, "Can you please stop what you're doing because we need to leave right now and you still need your shoes?" Try, "Shoes on, please." Short, specific, easy to hold in mind. In rushed moments, fewer words are often stronger words. Another useful move is offering a limited choice when the moment allows it. Should we start with the books or the toys? Works better than a broad command like clean your room. The point is not to hand over control completely. It is to give a child a small sense of control, which can make cooperation more likely. That can be as simple as, do you want the red cup or the blue cup before dinner? Brush teeth first or pajamas first at bedtime? Or books or toys first during cleanup? The choice is bounded, so the goal still stands, but the child is no longer fighting for a bit of autonomy in the moment. It is also important not to overread one habit. A child who misses instructions may simply be sleepy, stressed, distracted, confused, hearing something differently, or coping with a temperament that needs more transition time. Family conflict, inconsistent routines, or a noisy setting can add to it too. One everyday behavior cannot tell you a hidden diagnosis or a special brain type. If the pattern is persistent, distressing, or starting to affect school, home life, or relationships, that is a good time to ask for individualized support. A licensed child professional can help sort out whether the issue is mostly communication, routine, stress, development, or something else that deserves closer attention. Getting help is not an overreaction. It is a reasonable next step when the problem is not improving. So, the big picture is simple. Children often do not listen because they are busy, overloaded, or still building skills adults use automatically. That does not excuse every behavior, but it does change what tends to work. Before you assume disrespect, try clearer delivery, better timing, and a calmer setting. The interaction itself may be the part that needs adjusting. The most useful shift is not, my child is secretly exceptional, or my child is just bad. It is this: test the interaction before you test the character story. Get closer, simplify, wait, and observe. In many families, that is where the real change begins. If this helped, subscribe to ParentLab and tell us in the comments, what instruction do you find yourself repeating every day?